Hello and welcome to Michigan Softball, brought to you by WCBN Sports, the Student Sports Radio Network. I'm Dalton Pataki alongside Austin Falco and our tech guy in back, Kevin Klein. Michigan Wolverines kick off the John Krupp Classic here in beautiful Lexington, Kentucky, taking on the Evansville Purple Aces. Michigan, after having what some would consider a disappointing West Coast swing, looking to get it back on track due to some scheduling errors on the end of the Dayton Flyers softball program. Michigan will only be playing in 3 games this weekend, today against Evansville, and then 2 games tomorrow. But Megan Betza in the circle for the Wolverines, looking to, like I said, sweep the weekend. What do the Wolverines need to do, Austin, to get this W today?
I think first and foremost, it looks like Evansville is going to have number 21. Looks like Evansville is going to have number 21, Emily Lockhart, on the mound, which was a bit of a surprise to us coming in. We thought we were going to see Morgan Flory today.
She will be the designated player, though. She will be hitting at the plate, maybe the best hitter on this Purple Aces team behind Scott, who surprisingly has the day off today. I would be surprised if we didn't see her in a pinch hitting role later on in this one. But Michigan will be the home team. The Purple Aces will get the first at bat, and like we said, Betza in the circle, and pretty standard lineup. Really, the only thing out of the ordinary is Katie Alexander is behind the plate today for the Wolverines. Montemurano on third, Blanco first, Canfield second, Ramirez third, Richardson, Christner, Peters from left to right in the outfield. The first pitch from Betza, right down the middle, fastball strike, and we are underway here in Lexington.
Yeah, and that's good for Betza. Get out right away, get that first pitch strike going, get this weekend started, try to rebound from last weekend's disappointing outings.
And the second pitch to, looks like Luckett, the second baseman for the Purple Aces, just misses. Ball 1. 1-1's the count. Luckett steps in. She is a righty batter. Puts her weight back on that back foot, bat over the shoulder. A twist from Betza in the circle. Now the delivery. Misses high and outside. Run the count 2-1.
That's a couple pitches in a row. Betza's missed a little high here. Don't want to get that. Don't want to start a trend there. If you're going to miss, you normally say you want to miss low here. We'll see. The weather may come into play. Might not end up paying too much for those high ones if weather kind of deters the ball.
The 2-1 misses low. 3-1. Betza getting behind early here, something we usually don't see out of her. Her strikeout to walks is, once again, in only those Megan Betza categories, 115 strikeouts to 27 walks, And now the 3-1 pitch. See if she can keep Luckett at the plate here. Fouled straight back. Run the count full. Wind is blowing from left to right. Something to keep in mind today in case anything gets in the air. I'll be pushing out towards that right field wall.
Yeah, it's a bit of a high outfield wall here at Kentucky. It looks about 10 feet, a little higher than we're used to over at Alumni Field.
Dimensions are the same, though. 200s at the corner, 220 dead center. Now the payoff pitch from Betza. Oh, you Betza, swing and a miss out of Luckett. And Megan Betza picks up her first strikeout of the day and the first out of the day for the Wolverines.
Yeah, she just reared back and fired that one right past Luckett. Didn't really stand a chance on that one.
Now Flory steps up to the plate. She's batting .311 on the season, a couple of home runs and 10 RBIs to her name. First pitch to Flory, swing and a miss on one in the dirt, 0-1.
Yeah, if there's a player to watch for this Evansville team, it's Flory for sure. She came in on the all-freshman team last year for the Missouri Valley Conference. Great in the circle, surprised for not seeing her there, but she's also is more than capable at the plate.
This could be one of those scenarios where we see opposing coaches realize that Michigan is still Michigan softball despite not having the likes of Romero and Lawrence this year, and just giving your better pitchers a off day in hopes of picking up a win somewhere else, as the 0-1 to Flory was in the dirt, 1-1. The 1-1 now from Betza. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Had Flory out on her front foot with a nice off-speed pitch there from Megan Betza.
Yeah, she's got a couple of those already past her so far. We'll see if she decides to try that one more time, go back to the well, or maybe change the eye level, go up high with the fastball.
The 1-2, can she get a swing and a miss here out of Flory? Misses high and away with 2-2.
Yeah, she did try to go up. Looked like she was going up high with that fastball, maybe a rise ball there. Wouldn't be surprised to see her drop another one in the dirt here after changing the eye level.
Flory now steps in, has hand up for time. Settles in. Awaiting the pitch. Here it comes. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 Ks on the day for Megan Betza. And this could be one of those classic double-digit strikeout days for Megan Betza, as we've seen so often in the past.
It looks like Flory's passing on a little word to Parr and Hay in the on-deck circle here. Not sure what she's telling about Betza here, but we'll find out soon.
Chandra Parr, the right fielder, stepping in. Also in the righties. Betza's only seen righties so far. First pitch to her, high and outside. Parr only batting $176 on the year, but does have 3 home runs to her name. Something you have to keep in mind when dealing with the number 3 hitter from Evansville. Swing and a miss on the 1-0, 1-1.
She had a lot of success going up high. I know we mentioned a little bit earlier that she was missing high, but she clearly has not deterred her from going up there. These Evansville hitters haven't seemed to be able to catch up with that high fastball.
The 1-1 now from Betza. Comes in right at chest level, but just a bit high, says home plate umpire. It'll be 2-1. Michigan wearing their white uniforms today with Michigan across the chest and the number on the lower left-hand side. Evansville in their purple pants and black, gray, and purple tops. A sharp uniform, certainly, for the Purple Aces. And a swing and a miss gets a 2-2 count now for Chandra Parr. 2-2, 2 outs. Megan Betza with 2 strikeouts already in the top of the first inning. And she strikes out the side with a swing and a miss out of Parr. Megan Betza 1-2-3. And now Michigan will look to get the bats going themselves.
Yeah, and Betza went up high one more time with that high fastball, high rise ball there. Couldn't quite tell from where we're sitting, but Betza certainly looks sharp here to start off. We'll see if Michigan can get out early, attack Emily Lockhart. Like we said, a little surprised to see her here. Flory has been Evansville's best pitcher so far. Was great last year, great so far this year, and a little bit surprised to see Emily Lockhart. Wolverines would be key for them to jump out early, give Betza a lead to work with.
Yeah, Lockhart, 7.08 ERA to start the season this year. Has induced 10 strikeouts, but has given up 28 walks, something that's almost the polar opposite of what Michigan has in the circle. And Megan Betza, Leah Crockett, and Tara Blanco.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the 28 walks has been a real killer for Lockhart so far this season. Only allowing opponents to hit 276, so not too bad there. But those walks are a big factor that's led to the 36 runs she's given up, most on the Evansville team. And
Michigan, I'm sure, will look to get a early run rule victory, especially if Megan Betza remains locked in. 2 up for the Wolverines in the bottom of the first is pretty typical lineup as you would expect since we were down in North Carolina calling that tournament. That's when Hutch finally shook things up. She moved Ramirez up in the lineup. She moved Blanco down, and that's the lineup we're going to see today. Maybe the modern adjusted. Peters first, Ramirez second, then Christner, Falk, Canfield at 5th, Blanco at 6th. Katie Alexander will be in the 7th spot. Richardson and Montemarano will round out that lineup. Usually we see with Hutch teams, especially the past few years, we've seen Ramirez bat in that 9th spot, almost like a double leadoff.
Yeah, the problem there is you got to get around the order to get to that second leadoff hitter. The way Hutch has constructed lineup this season, you almost got 2 leadoff hitters in the first 2 spots of the order with Peters and Ramirez set the table for the big bats in Christner and Falk.
Yeah, and Peters playing excellent this year. The first pitch she sees is a ball, but Peters coming in really a tough role to fill. And is coming in batting 400 on the year. Exactly what you need out of your leadoff hitter, especially when the likes of Kelly Christner and Aiden Falk have just been absolutely mashing the ball. And the second pitch to Peters on the outside.
Yeah, you mentioned definitely key to get on base with your leadoff hitter here with Natalie Peters. Doing a great job, 455 on base percentage so far this season. And Abby Ramirez not too far behind at 446. If you can get those two on, Michigan should be in business here to start the game.
And the 1-1 catches the outside corner. 1-2 now. So Natalie Peters, the slap-hitting lefty, is down in the count. Corners in for the Purple Aces. Middle of the infield in also. A lot of room up there in the middle, though. Outfield creeping in also is tradition with slap hitters. The 1-2 misses outside. 2-2 now the count. Inducing a walk here would certainly put a lot of stress on this Purple Aces defense.
Yeah, no doubt. Lockhart's been trying to find that outside corner. Missed outside a couple times and pinpointed the corner twice more.
And a slapper all the way to the third baseman, Johnson. She throws it away and out of play. And Peters will be awarded second base. Even if that throw was on target, I don't know if Johnson could have got it there in time. Natalie Peters with a beautiful slap hit, one that took a couple of bounces and hung up in the air just long enough to allow her speed to get to first base.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to have that beaten out. We'll see how they score this one, but I think that's probably a hit and an error to allow her to go to second. That's how I would score it personally.
And that's how it is scored on the board. We're going to see one hit for the Wolverines, one error for Evansville. For all of you keeping score at home with us today on WCBN Sports, the Student Sports Radio Network. As that brings up Abby Ramirez to the plate. She's batting .368 on the season. Something certainly not to shake a stick at out of the two-hitter for the Wolverines. Peters on second. Ramirez at the dish. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
It looks like Evansville's got a bit of a wheel play on in case Peters tries to swipe third here.
The corners are crept in. Johnson and Lampert playing a good 10 feet inside the bag. A bunt attempt there from Ramirez misses. Now 1-2.
Really interesting choice there to bunt. Like you said, Ramirez batting a pretty solid .368 on the season. A little surprised to see her square around, try to get that runner to third when there's nobody out.
Now the 1-2 misses high, 2-2. And like you said, they have a wheel play where the corners come in. It's looking like they're almost going to concede first base to Ramirez if she can get something on the ground. Luckett, the second baseman, moves over to second. Hay, the shortstop, is going to cover third. And now back up the middle to Hay, but she makes the catch on the soft line drive there. One out in the inning as Peters stays at second.
Yeah, it looks like Abby Ramirez got a little under that ball, put a little backspin on it. Didn't quite make its way out to the outfield. If that one just hit a little more solid, that one's in the gap. That could be two bases and a run for the Wolverines.
And now the early hero on the season, Kelly Christner. She comes in batting .500 on the year. We know the story all too often. It was supposed to be her year this year with the departure of Lawrence and Romero, and she has certainly stepped up in a big way, batting to the tune of .500 with 4 home runs, 20 RBIs, and she had a 3-home run game down in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, it looks like Lockhart might be avoiding her a little bit, making sure to stay away, try not to get anything in Christner's wheelhouse here.
The first 2 pitches to Christner were outside, 2-0 the count. Now the 2-0 comes straight down the middle, 2-1.
That was a pretty good one. I'm a little surprised to see Christner not taking a hack at that one.
Christner looking to pick up her 21st as she's in that lefty's batter's box. She drives one now, finds a deep into the hole at shortstop. Hayes able to get there in time, but too deep to get the out at first as Christner will be safe, but Peters stays at second. Now RBI duties will be left to Aiden Falk, who is DPing today in place of Megan Betza.
Yeah, Christner struck that one well, just put it in the right spot, was able to leg it out without a throw.
Runners on first and second for Aiden Falk. First pitch she sees misses outside, 1-0.
I mentioned it a couple times already, but Lockhart definitely looks to be pounding the outside part of the plate here. Almost all of her misses have been outside. Definitely trying to stay away from these Wolverine lefties to start the game.
And the 1-0 misses outside again, 2-0. And this is the fourth straight lefty for the Michigan Wolverines as Aiden Falk has maybe the most aggressive batting stance of the lefties. She doesn't rest that bat on her shoulder. She keeps it in the air, hugging the plate. 2-0 misses outside again. And now Lockhart is in danger of a bases loaded walk, or walking the bases loaded.
Yeah, we talked about all those walks that Lockhart's given up so far this year. This is already the fourth batter for the Wolverines, and we've had all four batters at least have 2 balls in the count.
3-0 misses high, ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk for Aiden Falk as she moves to second. That will only be her 4th walk of the season. Now to the plate with bases loaded, Faith Canfield, who's having a nice year, batting .333 on the season with 4 home runs also to her name. Let's see if she can't take the home run lead here. First pitch inside, catches enough of the black for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, we'll see if the Wolverines can cash in here. They've had trouble in a few games this season cashing in when they've had runners on base. Bases loaded, only 1 out. Prime opportunity here to snag another lead.
1 misses inside, 1-1 now with 1 out, bases loaded. Faith Canfield at the dish for the Wolverines. Peters on first, then we had the Ramirez line out, Christner on second, and then the walk to Falk puts her on first, fouled down the left field line there, 1-2 now the count. Hutch standing on that third base line, screaming words of encouragement to her at batter as Michigan looks to get ahead early here. Pitch misses inside, 2-2 now the count to Faith Canfield.
And yet another 2-ball count. It's obvious the Wolverines have come out with the mindset of not chasing pitches and waiting for Lockhart to come into the zone to attack.
The 2-2 driven up the middle, snagged there by Lockhart though, and thrown at home, but it looks like on the throw, Bostic, the catcher, pulled her foot off the plate, and that will allow Peters to come in home safe.
Yeah, that one looked pretty questionable to me. It looked like the catcher there was able to keep her foot on the plate, but obviously the umpire's got the better viewpoint, so I'll defer to him on that one.
Yeah, I actually have to agree with you, Austin. I thought she got it in time. There seems to be no contention, though, from the Purple Aces dugout. So with that play, Michigan is going to take a 1-0 lead as they are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. As Tara Blanco now steps up to the plate, looking to get on track to match her numbers from last season. Blanco only batting .224 on the season, but does have 11 RBIs. First pitch she saw missed inside. Second pitch she saw misses high, 2-0 now, another 2-ball count.
Exactly. And looks like the catcher's going to go out and talk to Lockhart a bit here, try to settle her down.
And what a change of events, though. You go from a heck of a play there by Lockhart to snag that ball up the middle, essentially preventing any runs to score, getting 2 outs. You're just 1 out away from getting out of this inning.
Yeah, that was a hard hit ball right back up the middle. That was ticketed for center field with 2 runs. Lockhart's able to reach out and snag that.
And she hits Tara Blanco, and that'll bring 1 run in. As Blanco will not get to see the 3-ball count that many Michigan batters have seen. Michigan now up 2-0 as that will move Christner to third, Falk to second. Or excuse me, that'll move Falk to third, Canfield to second, and Blanco now jogging along that right field line. Going to jog out to the foul pole and back as she got hit. It looked like in the knee. And she seems to be running all right as Michigan training staff is out there making sure she's all right.
Yeah, that is one painful way to get an RBI there for Tara Blanco.
And it's not quite 40 degrees yet here in Lexington as all the fans who've shown out pretty good Michigan contingency here today, as the Michigan fans always travel well. They're all bundled up in their hats and coats.
Yeah, and you got the University of Kentucky as a game right after us, so I'd anticipate seeing the crowd trickle in a little more as this game progresses.
Now up to the dish, Katie Alexander batting .321 on the season. First pitch she sees fouls back and out of play over the protective netting and towards the road here at John Kropp Stadium for the John Kropp Classic. Alexander, a little nubber, and the home plate umpire says it's going to foul off of her. Count is now 0-2.
Wolverine's getting a little beat up here early. Got a hit by a pitch on the knee, fouled that one right off. It looked like Alexander's left leg there. And like you said, it's cold out there, so it's going to stink for a little bit.
Now the 0-2 misses high, 1-2. And Michigan, once again, would like to get across a few more runs, because you still feel that if Michigan only walks away with 2 runs here, it would be, again, a missed opportunity.
Yeah, bases loaded, 1 out. You're expecting.
Oh, and a drive down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's not, as it will go foul. What a drive off the bat from Katie Alexander.
Yeah, just hooked it a little foul there. She got.
And that wind has died down. Otherwise, that might have straightened it out.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, that left to right wind is basically non-existent right now.
Now the 1-2. Fouled back and away. That may change the way Lockhart finishes pitching this at-bat. Katie Alexander seems absolutely locked in.
Definitely. She's definitely put together a really nice at-bat here. Not giving in to Lockhart, down 1-2 in the count.
Now the 1-2, hit down the left field line now, but way foul. Out of play. Alexander battling tough at the plate with bases loaded, 1 out. Michigan leads 2-0 here against the Evansville Purple Aces.
Spoiled some good pitches from Lockhart so far. Last pitch was a little outside, fouled that one off to the right side.
Drive up into left center field, down at the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and it looks like they're going to hold up Blanco at third, but a throwaway, and Blanco's going to come home and scores a 3 RBI double for Katie Alexander, and she's going to advance to third on the throwing error. What base running there by the Michigan Wolverines?
Yeah, Blanco did absolutely fantastic job running the bases there. She got a great jump on it coming around from first. She was rounding third. Hutch held her up a bit at the last minute there, but was aggressive. Saw the throw get past and took off for home. Great play by Blanco there, and Michigan hopping out early, 5-0, just like we expected.
And so characteristic of this Michigan Wolverines team, so aggressive on the base pass. Tara Blanco took a hard round of third, waiting to see where that throw went. And a bad throw there from the Purple Aces allowed Blanco to get home. And like you said, now Michigan up 5-0 with only 1 out and a runner on third as they look to extend this lead with Courtney Richardson at the plate. First pitch she sees is a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, a little odd there. Katie Alexander, the only Michigan Wolverine so far to not reach a 2-ball count, is the one that drives in 3 runs.
And a pop-up to right field. Is it deep enough to score Alexander? She's going to tag up, and she's going to almost walk in easily. Nice job there by Richardson, putting something deep enough to right field to get across the 6th run for the Wolverines as they lead 6-0 now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. Situation.
That'll bring up Lindsay Montemarano, the maybe biggest personality on this Wolverines team, who locks down the hot corner at third.
And Monty off to a little bit of a slow start this season, but I'd imagine she expects to pick it up coming around here pretty soon.
Only 244 on the season, 1 home run and 6 RBIs. We've seen Monty flash power throughout her career here at Michigan. But what she brings to the table is she's just so locked down at third base.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say, she's still fielding as good as she ever has been over at the hot corner.
1-1 the count for Lindsay Montemurano as Lockhart is just looking to get out of this inning. She misses long, 2-1. Montemurano will face a 2-ball count.
Yeah, just because the Wolverines are up 6-0 doesn't mean they're going to want to let off the gas pedal here at all. Montemurano working the count here, waiting for Lockhart to come in, throw her pitch.
And a drive right up the middle. That will be a base hit for Lindsay Montemurano. She rounds first base hard, but nice job there out in the center field by Land to quickly get it in, keeping Monty at first. Nice piece of hitting there, though, for the third baseman.
Yeah, she took that pitch. It was a little away. Put it to the right side, right between the pitcher and the second baseman there. Really nice piece of hitting by Monty. Really solid contact there. We'll see if that gets her going a little bit.
Turns over back to the top of the order now for Natalie Peters. She had that single to the third baseman, and then the error got her over to second. See if she can't put something in play here. Monty's going to have to be extra fast on the base pass in case something gets hit hard. You don't want to force out at second.
Yeah, try to take away the easy play from Evansville here.
And a chopper back behind the plate will roll foul. 1-1 now the count for Natalie Peters.
That went right over the nicely painted Kentucky logo right behind the plate here. Nice little softball. Beautiful looking stadium here, John Kropp Stadium.
Oh, excellent stadium. Excellent facilities all around everywhere we've gone by and seen today. Just nothing but impressed with the athletic facilities. And a chopper right over the third baseman's head. Hay will get it before it runs into the outfield, but not before Natalie Peters can safely reach first. And now there's runners on first and second for Abby Ramirez.
Yeah, 2 singles of the inning for Natalie Peters. Both to the left side of the field, right around the same spot, actually. This one hit a little more solid, popped right over the third baseman's head. And same result both times, Natalie Peters on base.
Just perfect slap hitting there out of Natalie Peters. And the first pitch to Abby Ramirez right down the middle, 0-1.
Natalie Peters definitely continuing her hot start to the season here.
Abby Ramirez had that soft line drive to the shortstop for the first out of this inning. She's going to get a chance to avenge her line out. She fouled one straight back, 0-2 now as she has to play defensively at the plate. Runners on first and second. Popped up over the shortstop. Will she get it? Nice diving play there by Hay as she finally retires the inning. And it looks like Hutch is maybe holding the team on for a little bit, but finally confirmed an out. And that will end the inning. Nice play there by Hay, the shortstop for the Purple Aces. But Michigan, 6 runs, really putting up a crooked score on that scoreboard early.
Yeah, we did talk about hopping out early on the Purple Aces team, and Michigan did just that. Got themselves a really nice lead here from Megan Betza. If she looks the way she did in the first inning, this one could be over pretty quickly.
That first inning, it was a while ago in case those at home have forgotten or didn't tune in time. Megan Betza went 1, 2, 3 strikeouts on Luckett, Flory, Parr. They'll bring up Brittany Hay, the shortstop who just made the nice diving play to end the inning. And then Lambert and Johnson.
Yeah, going back, that play by Hay was a beautiful play. She had a range back and to her right, got a great jump off the bat. Was able to get there. It looked like the left fielder was not going to be able to get there in time. She did make the play a few steps into the outfield. It was a really nice play to retire the Wolverines. That looked like the way Montemurano was running. That was definitely going to be another run for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and like you said, if she didn't get a good jump on that play, that definitely lands into the outfield. And if Hay dives and it lands in the outfield, Montemurano might come around to score.
Yeah, not only Montemurano, but if that takes a funny hop there, Natalie Peters was booking it around from first base. That might be 2 runs on that play.
That's a warming up in the circle for this inning. no defensive changes for the Wolverines. As Alexander remains behind the dish, Monterano at third, Ramirez at short, Canfield second, Blanco first, and Peters, Christner, Richardson from right to left in the outfield.
It looks like the Kent State Golden Flashes here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Kent State Golden Flashes have just shown up to do a little bit of scouting for tomorrow's noon game, which we'll carry here on WCBN Sports. So tune in tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Catch that one.
Brittany Hay batting .250 on the year. She faces Megan Betza for the first time today. First pitch she sees high and outside, ball one. Now the 1-0 from Betza. Swing and a miss, 1-1. A lot of swings and misses early on today.
Yeah, Betza really working the upper part of that zone. Has faith that she can just blow it by these Evansville hitters, and hasn't been wrong so far.
And the 1-1. Bunted, popped up high though, and Alexander can't get there in time as it rolls foul. Not a great bunt there by Hay, trying to maybe catch the Michigan defense asleep.
Yeah, not a great bunt there. You don't really want to put that in the air. It was a tough play for Alexander there. Don't really expect her to make that very often. Didn't quite track it off the bat. Didn't really have a shot at that one.
The 1-2 now from Megan Betza. This is just a bit high, 2-2.
That one looked pretty good from up here, but at the very least, it sets up something low for Betza here if she wants to go that route.
Betza might just try to blow Hay away with a fastball here, because that's been working all day.
Yeah, she's done that already a couple times.
Now the 2-2 to the big swinging righty. Driven to left field. It will hop at the base of the wall. Hay's going to round first, go to second, and that's a leadoff double for Brittany Hay.
It looked like she went with a low off-speed pitch there. Hay out in front of it, got the barrel of the bat on it, and hooked in that left field corner. Really nice piece of hitting there by Hay.
And something you don't see very often out of Megan Betza. You don't see many batters hit her that hard.
Yeah, we've seen so far, not only today, but in the past, normally when Betza throws that breaking ball down, that off-speed, she's bounced on the plate. That one didn't quite get down far enough, and Hay was able to take advantage.
That'll bring up Morgan Lambert, who's only batting .143 with runners in scoring position this season. And a swing and a miss out of the first pitch from Megan Betza.
Hay taking a really aggressive lead over there at second base. Alexander popped up ready to make a play in case Hay decided to take off.
Yeah, Brittany Hay, 3 for 4 on the season on stolen bases. So she can run a little bit. Now the 0-1. Lambert will take that miss high. Lambert starting her batting stance and showing bunt and then pulling back as Megan Betza winds up.
Wolverine's taking a little bit of a different approach here with the runner on second. It looks like Monterano shifting back towards the base, not trying to put any sort of real play on.
And the 1-1. Not sure where that one misses, but it misses 2-1.
Yeah, that one looks right there. That one looks like Alexander's having a little bit of a conversation with the umpire. She walks out to talk to Betza because not really sure where that one missed either.
Yeah, now Alexander going into the circle, talking with Megan Betza. Tara Blanco will come in and have a few words herself. So home plate umpire dusted off the plate and is now walking to break up this powwow here.
Taking a little longer to break it up than usual. It looks like they're having a conversation with Betza there. Probably about that last pitch.
Now the coaching staff for Michigan coming out of the field, talking with the umpire. Quite an odd experience for a pitch that, I mean, umpires are never 100% right all the time. So to see them miss a call and then to draw something like that.
Yeah, on a 1-1 count, it wasn't too consequential in the count either.
The 2-1 for a strike, as it looked like Lambert left the bat out a bit too long on that bunt attempt. Otherwise, that may have been ball number 3. But the count is now even at 2-2 as Hay is still on second base.
Still on second, still taking a really aggressive lead. She was almost halfway to third on that one.
Now the 2-2 is Lambert showing bunt, pulls it back now. The delivery from Betza, swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts on the day for Megan Betza.
4 swinging strikeouts. We saw her do it earlier with that fastball. This one, she goes off speed, caught Lambert out in front, and was able to pick up her 4th strikeout of the day. Really impressive job so far by Megan Betza.
That will leave Hay at second with 1 out now. And that'll bring up Mackenzie Johnson, the third baseman, who was the victim of a couple of well-hit Natalie Peters balls in last inning. First pitch she sees, though, from Megan Betza, high and outside. Maybe a pitch-out pitches. That allowed Alexander to pop up out of her stance. Hay taking really aggressive leads at second base.
Yeah, I can't quite tell if Hay is just trying to be aggressive, trying to be able to score on a base hit, or if she's trying to time up Betza and Alexander here.
Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Looked like Hay dialed back that lead a little bit after what looked to be almost a pitch out for the Wolverines' last pitch.
And this will be another righty out of this Evansville lineup. Only one lefty, and that'll come in the form of 9-hitter Shelton. And the 1-2 comes in for a strike, or excuse me, 1-1 comes in for a strike. 1-2 now the count for Mackenzie Johnson, who's batting .280 on the season. The 1-2 misses just outside. Runs the count even at 2-2.
That was a good pitch by Betza. It looked like it did miss a little outside, but when you're up 1-2 in the count, it can't hurt to try to get Johnson to chase you on a pitch that is a little off the corner.
And a swing and a miss. 5th strikeout of the day for Megan Betza, as she is absolutely rolling. Only blemish today so far for Megan Betza was letting that off-speed get away, and that allowed Hay to drive it into that left field corner. Other than that, absolutely lights out.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nail there.
I'll bring up Bailey Bostic, the catcher. She misses low, and Hay took a huge lead there, getting almost halfway to third.
Hay is kind of confusing exactly what she's trying to do. She hasn't taken off yet, but
she's gotten dang close.
She's put up the brakes on at the last minute a few times.
And the Michigan infield will be calling a conference into the circle, maybe talking about what they want to do here, if they just let Megan Betza try and go for her 6th strikeout here, if they even pay attention to Hay at second.
If I'm Michigan, I'm inclined to just let Betza do her thing. Try not to get in her head too much with worrying about the runner on second. She's obviously dialed in the circle right now. I have faith in Megan Betza here. Kind of let Hay do her thing out on second, up 6 runs.
Yeah, especially when, like you said, consider that you're up 6 runs. And the swing and a miss now on the 1-0. And a hesitated steal there from Hay. Caught Katie Alexander sleeping as Hay is able to swipe third.
And Alexander came up looking like she was ready to throw, but was just really hesitant, waiting to see what Hay did there. And it was a little late on the throw to Montemurano, let Hay get in there.
Yeah, Hay maybe baiting the Wolverines into thinking she wouldn't go with those aggressive leads all day. And then finally does take off. Now the 1-1 and a swing and a miss from Bostic. And Betza has the Purple Aces right on the ropes.
Yeah, and just like I said, Betza obviously dialed in the circle right now. The Wolverines are going to be best served just to let her do her thing.
Now the 1-2. Misses just high and just outside. You could probably catch Lindsay Montemurano screaming on our nap mics as she is a ball of energy there on third base. Nothing but words of encouragement for her pitchers.
Yeah, she looked ready to walk back to the dugout on that one. It looked a really good pitch to me.
Now the 2-2 with a runner on third. Bostic drives one into left field. It has the juice, and it gets just over the wall. Wow. surprise home run out of Bailey Bostic. Her first of the year and her first couple RBIs as the Purple Aces are now on the board.
Yeah, that was a beautifully struck ball by Bailey Bostic there. Put that one in the left center, one of the deeper parts of the park there, and like you said, just barely cleared the wall. Not sure if the cold weather deadened it a little bit, but she got all of that one.
An absolutely stunning home run from Bailey Bostic.
Yeah, like we said, Betsa was locked in all day, and a little surprising to see her get rocked a little bit with it, giving up a double and a home run in that inning so far in this inning.
The 7 hitter of this lineup takes Betsa deep. That's been the only blemish on Betsa's career throughout Michigan. She's been susceptible to the home run. That'll be her 6th home run given up this year as Courtney Land steps in. Yeah. First 2 pitches she saw is split 1-1.
Yeah, her 6th home run given up this year, her 6th double, both in the same inning here, which is a little surprising to see given how locked in. Like we said, she looks locked in right now, and a little surprising to see hard contact is the only contact the Aces are able to make at her.
And the 1-1 swing and a miss out of Courtney Land, the center fielder. Runs the count 1-2. Only batting a $154 on the season. Now the 1-2. Chopped straight back to Betsa. Betsa gets it, tosses it over to Blanco at first, and that'll end the inning, but Megan Betsa looks none too pleased.
Yeah, Betsa definitely did not look very pleased coming off the mound there. But regardless, she did give up the home run. Wolverines still up 6-2 here in the middle of the second inning. Not too much to be ashamed of, but no doubt that the home run hurt after the Wolverines hopped out to a 6-0 lead, only to see it get cut down to 4.
And Michigan will turn back on the bats to get a couple of those runs back as the lineup due up for the Wolverines is first up the hot-hitting Christner, Aiden Falk, and Faith Canfield. 1, 2, 3 hitters for this inning.
Yeah, this is the part of the lineup in the first inning that the Wolverines were able to get those runs, able to get some traffic on the bases, drive some runs in, and hop out to that 6-0. We'll see if they can do it again here in the second.
Lockhart still in the circle for the Purple Aces. She was absolutely rocked last inning, going up the tune of 5 earned runs.
And I didn't catch who it was, but it did look like Purple Aces had a pitcher warming up within the last inning. So we'll see if there's an impending pitching change coming, if Lockhart gets in any trouble here.
Kelly Christner steps into the dish, one of 3 lefties in this lineup. And a soft tapper up to second, draws a bad throw out of Luckett and bounced into the dirt to Lampert, but just enough time for Christner to dig that one out. Another single for Kelly Christner as she continues her hot-hitting season.
Yeah, she forced a tough throw there with her house on the base pass, but I think she had that one beat out anyway. A little bit of a soft dribbler there. Second baseman just did not have the time to get there and make the throw over to first.
Aiden Falk now at the dish. First pitch she sees is outside. She took a walk in her first at-bat in that first inning. Michigan looking to extend their lead back to 6 or more as the Purple Aces scratched off a couple of runs in the top of the second off the Bailey Bostic home run. The second pitch now, Falk misses low, 2-0. She's getting into 2-walk territory.
Yeah, it looks like Purple Aces have Samantha Fleming warming up in the bullpen again. She was the one warming up a little bit earlier. As soon as Lockhart got into trouble, we did see her get right back on the mound over in the bullpen.
And a foul down into that Purple Aces bullpen on the left field line. Runs the count 2-1. Aiden Falk batting .314 on the year. Misses one, skips in the dirt. Good read by Christner there as it gets behind Bostic. Christner will move up to second. Now runner on second with no outs for Aiden Falk.
Aiden Falk showing some great patience here today. Only 3 walks coming in. Drew Walker first at bat, and it's up 3-1 here. Definitely showing some great patience here against Lockhart, trying to make her come into the zone and give Aiden Falk something to drive.
And the 3-1 hit right back up the middle, back to Luckett. Luckett now makes the play this time, but on another throw in the dirt. Nice pick up there by Lambert. Christner will advance to third, though. So you're going to have runner on third for Faith Canfield with 1 out.
Yeah, it looked like Aiden hit that almost the exact same spot as Christner there, just a little bit harder, and wasn't quite able to leg that one out, but she was able to move Christner over to third and see if Faith Canfield can drive the run in here with only 1 out. All you need is a fly ball deep enough in the outfield.
Faith Canfield, first pitch she sees, misses low and inside. Last inning, she had the fielder's choice that led to an RBI.
Yeah, and
that was the one where Bostic pulled off the plate, and Peters was able to go from third to home, avoiding the force out.
Yeah, Canfield really stung that one last time.
Canfield now hits a chopper back behind her, 1-1. The outfield playing normal depth, infield playing normal depth for the second baseman for the Wolverines.
You can hear the howls from the Wolverine dugout cheering on Faith Canfield here, hoping she can cash in for the Wolverines' 7th run of the game.
Lockhart steps on the rubber in the circle. Wines delivers. Chopper down the left field line. Touched foul, though, by Johnson. Now we're on the count 1-2. One and two now, like you said. Canfield looking to scratch across the 7th run of the day for the Wolverines with Christner on third. She got there by way of a wild pitch and a fielder's choice to go to first. And the 1-2 fouled straight back over the media booths here at John Kropp Stadium. So we are at the John Kropp Classic covering Michigan softball here on WCBN, the Student Sports Network. And a wild pitch. Christner thought about coming home, but that missed so bad and so fast that it hit the backstop and almost came straight back to Bailey Boston.
And the last pitch, Faith Canfield fouled off. Looked like it was a little off the plate inside. Chased that one, was able to stay alive. This one, no thought to chasing that one. That one missed by a long ways there.
2-2 now. Driven high, deep. Does it have the legs? I don't think it will. As Shelton lines up under it to record the second out of the inning, but Christner tags up at third and will score that 7th run as Canfield does her job to get the runner in from third.
A really nice piece of hitting from Canfield. They're getting the ball in the air, putting a really good swing on it, hitting it pretty deep out there to left field. Left fielder had no chance of throwing out Christner at home there.
No, Shelton right on the warning track, catching that one. I'll bring up Tara Blanco, who took that fastball to the knee or thigh area last time up. Then she did come around to score on that wild play off the bat of Katie Alexander that brought in 3 RBIs. First 2 pitches she sees, first one was inside, second one inside also, but just enough to draw a strike call, 1-1 the count for Tara Blanco.
Yeah, and the good news is we did see her really book it around the bases there, so it looks like that knee or thigh is just all right for Tara Blanco.
Hard hit shot to Johnson on third base. She fields it cleanly, flips it over to first, and that'll end the inning. Michigan gets 1 back. At the end of 2, though, Michigan leads 7-2 over the Evansville Purple Aces.
Yeah, that one a little bit shorter of an inning there for the Wolverines, obviously, but still some hard hit balls. Still look like they're timing up Lockhart. Get some good swings on the ball there. We'll see if they can continue that next inning, but the attention turns to Megan Betza to see how she rebounds after giving up that home run last time.
2 up for the Purple Aces. Deja Shelton the 9 hitter, the only lefty in this lineup. Luckett and then Flory is the 1-2 as they turn over to the top of the lineup after the first hitter of this inning.
Yeah, and like you said, Deja Shelton, the only lefty in the lineup today for the Purple Aces. We'll see if that affects Betts at all, giving her a little bit of a different look that she hasn't seen to this point in the game, and then immediately switching back to those righties. See if it throws her off at all to start the inning and see how she settles in after Shelton.
Megan Betza has given up 2 hits, that hard hit double off the bat of Hay, and then the Bailey Bostic 2-run home run. Other than that, every other batter, 5 other batters have been victim of strikeout.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts and a tapper back to the mound. Betts is just recording all the outs herself today. Might as well tell the fielders they can just sit down at their spots and let Betts do the work.
Typical of a Megan Betza spot or start, especially when you consider, or especially when they go against these teams that aren't quite on the same program level. Deja Shelton only batting 100 on the season.
Yeah, only her 4th start of the season out in left field there. She looks to be more of a stolen base threat than she is at the plate. She's got 3 stolen bases on the season, only recorded 1 hit.
She may be used for pinch running purposes.
Yeah, that's we were hypothesizing about at the beginning of the game there.
It would be big for Michigan if they can get a quick 1-2-3 inning here and then turn the pressure back on to that Purple Aces defense. But they have to deal with the 9-1-2 hitters, and the first pitch to Deja Shelton, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Yeah, Shelton looked really off balance there with that swing. A little bit of an awkward swing. She's a slap hitter, but still looked awkward coming out of the box there.
With the slap hitters, the corners for the Wolverines are playing in. And the 0-1 misses just outside, 1-1. But back to the defensive alignment. Montemurano and Blanco playing well inside their respective bags. In the middle of the infield, playing up tight too, leaving Tara Blanco to field anything that's hit directly back up the middle. They're shaded slightly more towards the corner. And a slap hit down the left field line rolls foul, 1-2 now.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Montemurano can't be more than 35 feet away from the plate right now. Anything hit softly in that direction, she's going to be there to make that play. Anything hard hit, better be alert over there at the hot corner, which we've seen Monty prove time and time again she's more than capable of doing.
The 1-2 now from Betza. Misses low. 2-2. They check down to the third base umpire to see if Shelton went around. And our producer in back, Kevin, he thinks she went around, and it was about as close as it gets without being a strike. But nonetheless, the count is 2-2.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Kevin there. It looked like she went just far enough for that one to be called a strike.
The 2-2, half a dozen for Megan Betza as she retires Deja Shelton on a high fastball. Swing and a miss there, and Megan Betza locked right back in.
Like she's done so many times today, just overpowering these Purple Aces hitters with that high fastball. They just don't stand a chance. They cannot catch up to that Megan Betza fastball up in the zone.
That'll bring up the top of the order. Luckett, who was victim of strikeout the first time out. Off-speed pitch there, catches the high part of the zone for 0-1. Megan Betza finds herself ahead, and that's when she's so dangerous.
And Luckett looks ready to move pretty quickly here. Gets right back in the box almost immediately. Wanting to get another crack here at Megan Betza.
The 0-1 misses high, 1-1. Like you said, Luckett doesn't take a whole lot of time. She takes maybe 2 or 3 steps outside of that batter's box, gets right back in, waves the bat a couple of times over the plate. This is high, 2-1. That must be the scouting report they have on the Evansville second baseman.
Yeah, definitely staying up high here. Did it in the first inning, doing it again here, trying to attack that top half of the zone, maybe go a little bit higher, try to get Luckett to chase.
And the 2-1 fouled down the first baseline as Bronco will casually corral that in close to her dugout. Counts now 2-2.
And we'll see here if the trend continues. If Betts tries to attack her high again with that high fastball, or maybe gives her a different look and goes low with the off speed. You know, the last time she tried to do that, ended up with a double over in the left field corner.
And a chopper off the bat to third. Monty has to charge in to pick it up. Throwing on the run, gets her out in time. Heck of a defensive play there by the stopper at third, Lindsay Montemurano.
Beautiful play by Montemurano there. Coming in on the run, did not break a stride, made the throw on the run, drifting towards home plate, right on the money. We've come to expect from Lindsay Montemurano at this point. She's so good over at the hot corner.
On such a tough ball to field and throw, you would almost be surprised if she didn't get the out.
Yeah, she makes it look so easy out there.
That'll bring up Morgan Flory, the designated player batting in place of Lockhart. Flory, though, like you said, the best pitcher on this team, also one of the better hitters, but she, like so many of her fellow Purple Aces, have fallen victim to the Megan Betts strikeout. But the first two pitches she has seen from Betts are balls, 2-0.
And sticking with the trend of staying up high in the zone, both pitches look like they missed high there. And appears to be the scouting report, and not just Luckett last time out, but the entire Purple Aces lineup here so far.
Now the 2-0 is Betts winds and delivers. Misses inside, 3-0. Megan Betts seems to be missing her spots, not by a whole lot, but missing them nonetheless. The wind has picked up now considerably, as it is now back to moving left to right, as it had died down in the past couple of half innings. Top of the third, Michigan leads 7-2, 2 outs. Flory at the plate. She's going to see a 4-ball walk, something you don't see out of Megan Betts too often.
Only the third hitter to reach base here against Megan Betts here in the third inning, 2 outs already. Last time, got a runner on with a double. They were able to cash in with a 2-run homer. We'll see if the Purple Aces can push across another run or two here to try to lessen that Michigan lead.
28th walk of the year for Megan Betts. And another ball, 5 straight balls out of Megan Betts.
Betts seems to have lost her command a little bit here. Missing low, which we haven't seen a whole lot of so far today. But bouncing a couple in the dirt. See if she can get the ball back up where she's been having success so far today.
And the next pitch fouled out of play along the first base line into what looks like that Michigan bullpen area. Counts even now at 1-1 for Chandra Parr, the right fielder for Evansville. She was also a strikeout victim of Megan Betts in that first inning. Now the 1-1. Misses high, 2-1.
Yeah, so far the first 3 Evansville hitters to see Betts for the second time have all taken her to at least 2-ball counts and look to be a little more dialed in. Have seen her once, maybe trying to figure it out a little bit more here.
The 2-1 pops straight up. Will it stay in play for Blanco to make a play? No, it won't. Drifts just foul. Maybe the wind aiding that one, as Parr still has life.
Yeah, off the bat, that one looked like Tara Blanco was going to have a play, and like you said, the wind might have aided that one, pushed it just out of play by maybe 10 feet or so. See if Betts can retire Parr regardless here.
Now the 2-2 with 2 outs, runner on first. It's Chandra Parr battling against Megan Betts. Misses inside, runs the count full. Flory will be moving on the pitch from first to second. See if she can't get a head start on any potential Parr hit. Parr only batting 77 on the year. with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Lucky number 7 for Megan Betza as she retires the top of the third, keeping the Purple Aces off the scoreboard. We head to the middle as Michigan still leads 7-2.
And as Jeremy Parks would say on the broadcast here, you got one for every day of the week for you. 7 strikeouts for Megan Betza here through 3. Looks to be cruising along with a couple speed bumps along the way. Wolverines will look to extend that 5-run lead, give Betza more of a cushion, and possibly try to get out of here a little earlier than originally scheduled.
And Michigan meeting in the circle as they are meeting outside the dugout in a circle like they always do. They head in there. Due up for the Wolverines, though. Looks like could be a big inning if any of them get on. Alexander, Richardson, Montemurano, 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Yeah, we'll see if Alexander, Richardson, and Montemurano can get it going here. Alexander had that big 3-run double last time out, and Courtney Richardson struck the ball pretty well on her sacrifice fly. All 3 hitters really had put good swings on the ball last time. Could lead to another big inning here if they can do that again for the Wolverines.
Lockhart seems to be back in the circle for the Purple Aces. And looking at the official scoring, it looks like they only gave Katie Alexander 2 RBIs. That Terra Blanco run might be ruled an error run.
Yeah, I think that's the right call there. 2 runs on
it was ruled an E6 on the play, as our statistician Kevin Klein informs me.
Yeah, I think that's the right call there. It looked like the 3rd run was not going to score without the error. Therefore, Alexander not credited with the RBI. But regardless, the run did score, and that's all that matters.
As Alexander steps into the plate, first pitch she sees, fouls it down the right field line. Will it drop? It does drop just foul past the outstretched glove of a diving Parr. Yeah, nice Parr. Effort there from the right fielder.
Yeah, really great effort by Parr there. She did get a good jump off the bat. She was shaded a little bit more towards center field. She wasn't quite able to get there, but like you said, laid out on that one and came up less than a foot short on that.
And once again, maybe the wind helping Katie Alexander see a few more pitches. Now the 0-1 misses low, 1-1.
Yeah, again, that wind all of a sudden becoming a factor here. Started at the beginning of the game, died down, and was really picking back up as the flags out in center field will indicate.
Driven up the middle, past a diving Hay, and that'll be a single for Katie Alexander. Nice day at the plate here for the Michigan catcher.
Yeah, struck another ball right on the nose, right back up the middle. Last at bat, she fouled off 3 pitches before depositing that ball out in the left center field gap, and almost hit it at the same spot, just on the ground this time, and able to pick up her 2nd hit of the day.
Now we're going to play Courtney Richardson in case people have forgotten in the first inning she had that sacrifice fly to right field. First pitch she sees inside, 1-0. Now looking to, at the very least, move Katie Alexander to second base. So 1-0 misses inside as Richardson has to dive out of the way. 2-0.
I thought that originally clipped her there, but no reaction from Richardson, the umpire, or the catcher. So looks like just a normal ball there.
Yeah, it was about as close as it gets. Now the 2-0 misses inside again for Rio.
Yeah, almost a really similar spot there, a little bit lower. Just missed clipping Richardson on the thigh there.
Defense playing normal positions all around. The middle infield playing double play depth. And the 3-0 catches just the outside corner, 3-1.
Bit of an interesting call there. We really haven't seen that pitch called much today, but nonetheless, Lockhart gets the call there.
And on the 5th pitch of the at-bat, Courtney Richardson finally earns her walk, and that'll move Alexander up to second, and then I'll bring up Lindsay Montemurano, who had that hard-hit single to center last time at the plate.
Yeah, if she does that again, she's going to pick herself up an RBI. She really struck that one really well last time, right back up the middle. And who knows, if she gets a little air under it, if she hits that to about the same spot, the wind might help push that one into the gap or over the fence.
With that single, now batting .262 on the season, but she's batting .429 on the year with runners in scoring position. I'm sure she'd like to raise that average up a little bit here with Alexander being that runner in scoring position.
And no doubt the rest of the Wolverine squad would like to see that as well.
And the first 2 pitches she has seen of them balls, 2-0. Monty putting herself in a good spot here.
Yeah, anytime you can get up 2-0 in the count, you really feel like you're in control. You can wait for your pitch to really drive. We'll see if Monty can wait it out, get that pitch, and capitalize.
Now the 2-0. Catches just enough of the inside black. 2-1.
Looks like the zone might be expanding a little bit here in this half inning. Gotten a couple calls we really haven't seen go the way of the pitchers so far today.
And the wind, according to the flag, is maybe the most stiff we've seen it today. High fly ball, center field. Will that advance Alexander? Alexander tags up, draws a throw to the shortstop, but will stay at second. The center field fly to no real benefit for the Wolverines, but the first out of the inning for Emily Lockhart is that turns it over to the top, and Natalie Peters, who's 2 for 2 on that.
Yeah, she hit it about the same angle on the field as the last time. Got it up in the air. Just the wind wasn't quite strong enough to push that deep enough to advance Alexander over the third.
First pitch, Peters sees. She swings and misses at 1 in the dirt. 0-1. It'd be interesting how the Purple Aces play this year because of the speed of Peters, and Alexander isn't the fastest player on the team. It'll be interesting to see if this ball is put in play where they go with it. The next pitch misses outside, 1-1.
If Peters puts it about where she put it last time, over by third base, I'd imagine the Purple Aces would try to make that play over at third, especially because the way the ball is hit would be taking them towards the bag.
Peters starts in the back of the box, runs up, hits one to first base. And they flip it around to first as they had the wheel play on. Luckett had to cover as Lambert fields. They get the out at first, but Alexander and Richardson move up. And now with 2 outs, Abby Ramirez up to the plate, who's looking for her first hit of the day.
Yeah, it looked like Peters might have been thinking the same thing we were just mentioning. If she hits it over towards third, they might try to get the lead runner. She hooked that one over on the right side of the field and was able to advance the runners for Abby Ramirez.
Now Ramirez looking maybe to put something back on that left side of the field to use her speed. First one, she sees, chops straight back behind her, 0-1.
Yeah, unlike Peters, the whole field is pretty much open for Abby Ramirez here with 2 outs and a couple of runners in scoring position.
Left fielder playing really shallow, something to note. In case something gets over the head of the third baseman or the shortstop, that would almost keep Richardson from scoring. One and one now to Ramirez. Drive down the left field line, straight into that left fielder, and she picks it up, keeping Richardson from going, and that'll move Alexander to home and Richardson to third. So Ramirez picks up her first hit and RBI of the day, extending Michigan's lead to 8-2 on 8 hits.
And yeah, just like you said, that left fielder playing in really paid dividends for the Purple Aces there. There's only one run who was able to score. It was hit directly at your left fielder.
And now first time today we've seen runners on the corners for Wolverines. Let's see if Hutch uses the old double steal technique. If Ramirez can get caught in a pickle, will that be enough time to get Richardson home? And it looks like Ramirez is doing that. She's going, and they throw it back, and they get the tag before the run can score. Heck of a play there by the Purple Ace infielder to get the out on Ramirez. Not sure why Richardson had any hesitation going from third to first. And another question that one could ask is, with Kelly Christner coming up to the plate, batting .518 on the season, 2 for 2 today, why try that with 2 outs?
Yeah, that was a pretty questionable play there for the Wolverines. Like you said, they were trying that double steal, trying to get Abby Ramirez caught in a rundown there, but with your best hitter at the plate, it seems like you'd want to take your chance with runners on base instead of having to come up with the bases empty next inning. Several questions on that play, but not really sure what the thought process there was by both Hutch as well as Richardson over at third base. Like you mentioned, she didn't break at first and really hesitant. Even when Ramirez got caught in that rundown, she didn't go home until the second throw was made, and ultimately Wolverines weren't able to score there.
It seemed like it was made pretty clear that the Purple Aces were going to try for the out on Ramirez. Richardson just has to take off and hope for the best at that point.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to kind of take off there. If you're going to run that play, especially with 2 outs, you just got to go for it.
Betza now warming back up in that circle for the Wolverines as Hay, Norris, Johnson due up for the Purple Aces. I'm sure Megan Betz is going to want a little bit of revenge on Brittany Hay, who had that hard double right at the left field wall the last time, which eventually came around to score on the Bostic home run.
Yeah, and on that, she had Hay in a 2-2 count, had her on the ropes, and Hay was able to hook that off speed in the left field corner. I doubt Betza goes for that again if she's able to if she has a chance to put away Hay. I'd expect to see a high fastball.
As the home plate umpire dusts off home, everyone moves into their respective positions. The huddle inside the circle breaks. The wind has died down a little bit here, still blowing from left to right, though, here at John Kropp Stadium. You are listening to WCBN Sports, the Student Sports Radio Network. Our broadcast of Michigan softball, Dalton Pataki, Austin Falco, and Kevin Klein behind us doing all the work off the mic. First pitch to Hay, misses high. I'd like to maybe take this moment to thank everybody that listens in. Your continued support is greatly appreciated. We know when me and Leo were out in Raleigh, North Carolina, we had many people come up, tell us they enjoy what we do here. And I know it's hard to believe, but I think we enjoy the fact that they tune in even more. Yeah. Second pitch goes high, 2-0 to Brittany Hay.
Yeah, definitely. We really appreciate everybody tunes in, not only for these broadcasts, but for all the broadcasts you put in here in WCBN Sports, and really thank you for your listenership.
2-0 misses inside, 3-0, and Betza finds herself in a hole here to Brittany Hay.
Not sure if that double from last time is in Betza's head at all, maybe, that she's avoiding Hay or maybe pitching around, trying not to give her anything in the zone, but regardless, down 3-0, got to make sure not to make a mistake here and let Hay kind of have batting practice here.
Top of the fourth, Michigan up 8-2 in their first game of the John Kropp Classic. Oh, and she hits Hay right in the back of the calf, it looked like.
Yeah, it's kind of a painful way for Hay there to get on base. She was going to get on base anyway with ball 4 and has to take a little stinger off the calf anyway.
Now up to the plate, Susan Norris, the first baseman.
It looks like a double barrel action in the Purple Aces bullpen there.
Susan Norris, her first plate appearance of the day. Looks like she will be pinch hitting for Lambert. Norris batting .158 on the season, 3 RBIs to her name. She wears double ones on the jersey. First pitch she saw was a strike. Now the second pitch misses just outside, 1-1.
Yeah, Norris getting her first look here at Betza so far today.
Hay stole third last time on a delayed steal. Let's see if she does anything on first here. Now the 1-1. Fouled straight back, 1-2.
Yeah, Hay does look like she's getting a good jump. Not quite as aggressive on that lead from first base as she was from second, but does look like she's timing up Betza and Alexander pretty well here.
1-2 count, Susan Norris. Has her on the ropes. Can she finish her off and pick up her 8th strikeout of the day. Misses high, and Alexander can't hold on to it. That'll allow Hay to advance to second where she was. She saw herself the inning before in that same position. Or excuse me, 2 innings ago.
Yeah, and we'll see if Hay again tries to take that aggressive lead over at second now she's back out there. Not sure if the hit by pitch on the calf will have anything to do with her decision here, but we'll find out.
Now the 2-2 fouled straight back off the protective netting into the glove of Katie Alexander. Nice job there, spoiling the put-away pitch from Susan Norris.
Yeah, it looked like she was going up high, trying to end the at-bat again with that high fastball, and Norris able to get a piece of it, unlike many of the Purple Aces so far today.
Now the 2-2. Caught looking. Susan Norris back to the dugout as Megan Betza picks up her 8th strikeout of the day, first of the looking variety.
Yeah, like you said, first of the looking variety. So far, Betza with her strikeouts has been blowing the Purple Aces away, and that time Norris just didn't even try.
Mackenzie Johnson 0 for 1 on the day, steps back into the righty's batter's box, bat cocked high over her head. First pitch she checks. They check. They appeal down to the second base umpire, say she didn't go. Ball 1. 0 for 1 on the day, as you guessed it, she was a strikeout victim in the second inning.
That pitch looked pretty good to me regardless of whether she went around. Interesting to see another no call on a pitch that looked like it was almost right down the middle.
Now the 1-0 from Betza fouled straight towards that Michigan dugout along the first base line. 1-1 the count. 1 out here as Hay is on second.
Not sure the Purple Aces have any sort of play on here, but they're taking a little extra time between pitches to get the signs in to both the runner and the batter.
And the 1-1 swing foul tip into the mitt of Katie Alexander. Count 1-2 now. Megan Betza looking to go 1 for every batter in the strikeout category.
Yeah, I'd imagine she'd go high again with that fastball. It's worked so far today. I don't see why she stray away from that here.
Fouled straight back over the protective netting now, this time into the stands.
And sure enough, she did go up high with that fastball. Not quite high enough, though, as Johnson was able to get a piece of that one and stay alive.
Kenzie Johnson standing in there, like I said, bat cocked high over her helmet. Now the 1-2. Misses just low, 2-2.
Hey, you mentioned the bat over the helmet there. It looks kind of weird. You'd think it'd be conducive to a long swing. You'd be a little slow on Betza fastball, but she was able to catch up a couple pitches ago. So can't really argue if it works.
Now the 2-2. Can't catch up this time. Swing and a miss out of Mackenzie Johnson. A strikeout for 3 innings worth of outs. Megan Betza, 9 on the day.
Yeah, she pulled the string on her there after throwing her a few fastballs. She dropped a low breaking ball, a little low inside there. And had Johnson way out in front of that one.
And with 2 outs, it brings up Bailey Bostic, the home run hitter and lone RBI marks of the day for her. She had that home run left center field. I'm sure Megan Betza is going to want to go after her and get a little revenge. First pitch she sees, though, inside, 1-0.
Yeah, I doubt Betza will want to groove anything here for Bostic, given that she has shown she can time up Megan Betza and make her pay for a mistake pitch.
1-0 misses outside, 2-0. Bailey Bostic with that home run. Now it was her first of the season and her first RBIs of the season.
Yeah, only her second hit of the season also. It's only her 6th at-bat coming up here. Hasn't seen a whole lot of playing time so far.
The 2-0 followed straight back, 2-1 now.
Regardless of lack of playing time, she's definitely on Megan Betza right here. Was right on that pitch, followed it straight back.
The 2-1. Off speed, caught. Bostic looking as it floats down the middle. 2-2 now with 2 outs. Hay on second. Bostic, the home run hitter, the only score of the day for the Purple Aces at the plate. Megan Betzel looking to get to double-digit strikeout numbers. And a shot to third base. Monty will pick it up, backhand, flash to the leather, flip it over to first, and that'll end the inning. No runs there for the Purple Aces, and they still find themselves down 8-2 as we move into the middle of the 4th inning.
A little bit of an easier play for Monty that time around. Didn't have to make any crazy running plays off balance. Just nice, simple play there. Was able to retire the Purple Aces for the inning there. And Betza still chugging along there, holding on to that 6-run lead that the Wolverines look to build on here.
And going back to the last half inning for the Wolverines at the plate, they had the double steal where Ramirez got caught, so that will bring up Christner, Falk, Canfield. And it looks like we got ourselves a new pitcher in the circle. I believe that is Fleming. She comes in with a 3.50 ERA. 4 appearances, no starts on the season, though. She has 6 inning pitches, given up 3 hits, 3 runs, and 3 walks, but has recorded 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, it's Samantha Fleming out there, one of 2 Flemings on the roster here from Champaign, Illinois. Righty out there in the circle. Looks like she can bring the heat a little bit from what we've been seeing in these warm-ups. See if it takes the Wolverines any bit of time to really time up the new pitcher here. If they come out and attack just as they did against Lockhart. Looking at the numbers on the season, Samantha Fleming, 4 strikeouts to 3 walks, so not quite the strikeout to walk ratio that Lockhart had with an overwhelming number of walks. I imagine to see a few more pitches in the strike zone here. The Wolverines should be ready to hit as opposed to the patient approach they've used so far.
Christner steps in and will face Fleming for the first time for the day for any Michigan batter. First pitch she sees a ball. Christner looking to get on base, put a little pressure on that defense, and get to that 8-run lead so they can earn that run rule victory in the top of the 5th. And a bunt attempt there missed by Christner, 1-1.
Yeah, that'd be really key if the Wolverines could get out of here a little early with 2 games pending tomorrow. Keep Betza as fresh as you can for matchups against Kent State and Kentucky, both of which we'll have for you here on WCBN Sports.
And a drive right past the mitt of an outstretched Susan Norris, who came in to take the defensive field away from Lambert. But that will be a single for Kelly Christner as she picks up her 3rd single and 3rd hit of the day.
Yeah, Christian just looks locked in to start the season, obviously, batting well over 500. Keeping that up today. She's sprayed the ball all over the field and really is the main cog in this Wolverines attack so far.
Aiden Falk now up to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day, but does have that sacrifice fly. Fielder's choice.
I think Aiden Falk actually walked the first out to bat, ground out to second last time.
First pitch she saw was a strike. Second pitch, change up over the heart of the plate. Gets Aiden Falk out in front. 0-2 now to the Michigan designated player.
And worth noting, Susan Norris, who pinch hit last inning, is over at first base, replacing Morgan Lambert.
And Christner is going to take off to second. She successfully steals as the pitch was low and away for a ball, 1-2 now. But nice play there by Kelly Christner.
That was a really nice play by the shortstop, Brittany Hay, making another great defensive play here. She picked up the short hop and slapped the tag on Christner just barely late with a little more on-target throw. I think they're able to get
make it close. Now the 1-2 misses inside, 2-2. Christner on second now.
Let's see if Falk gets up in the drive here and put one into a gap, send Christner around to score.
8-2 Michigan leads. They've scored 8 runs on 9 hits. And a little bit of help from the Evansville Purple Aces with 2 errors and a swing and a miss out of Aiden Falk. First strikeout of the day for her. And first out of the inning, as that'll bring up Faith Canfield.
And if you couldn't tell it was a new pitcher before, you could definitely tell there a little bit of a delayed celebration there after that strikeout by the pitcher and the catcher getting on the same page.
Faith Canfield will now look to pick up her 3rd RBI of the day. Pitch bounces in to the plate, 1-0 now for Canfield.
Yeah, Canfield and RBI, both are first 2 times up each, so looking to continue that trend here and pick up 1 for every at-bat on the day.
Nice job there by Fleming behind the plate to block that and keep Christner at second. Now, next pitch misses low and away, 2-0 for Faith Canfield, who's batting .328 on the season, has 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. Looking to pick up RBI number 14 here. The 2-0 misses low, 3-0.
Dalton, you think she gets the green light here on 3-0? She's had some success scoring out the ball so far today. Pretty solid average on the season. Looking to tack on another run, build that lead.
I think right now the only person in this lineup with the green light on 3-0 would be Kelly Christner. And it doesn't matter anyway, as the 3-0 misses inside. 4-pitch walk that Faith Canfield induces out of Fleming. Runners now on first and second as Tara Blanco. What a time it would be now for a Blanco blast.
Yeah, I think you were spot on there about Faith Canfield. She had no intention of swinging the bat on that pitch and paid off. She's now on first base, giving Blanco the chance to put Michigan over that 8-run hump and possibly get out of here early with the win.
Blanco has a hit by pitch and a ground out to her name today. And the first pitch she sees must have missed low. Ball 1.
Mentioned a few times today, the strike zone has been a little bit in question today, kind of expanded and shrunk at times. That would look pretty good from up here.
Now the 1-0. That one catches just enough of the inside black for a strike, 1-1. As the Michigan first baseman looks to scratch across a couple more to push them into run rule victory area. And the hit under the legs of Hay. That'll be enough to bring around Christner. And they're going to hold up Canfield at third. Blanco will stay at first. And a Bill Buckner-esque play there out of Brittany Hay at shortstop.
Yeah, that one went right through the wickets there. It looks like she had it all lined up. And it might have been a really good base running move there by Kelly Christner to almost pause in front of the shortstop Hay there. And force her to take her eye off the ball just long enough for her to scoot through the wickets and into left center.
And not sure if she was just worried about maybe trying to turn 2 real quickly there and just brought her head up off of it. But nonetheless, Michigan will benefit from that, scoring 1 as they lead now 9-2. Nikki Wald will pinch run for Tara Blanco. And could we see the double steal attempt here?
I think it makes more sense here to push across the 8th run or get the 8-run lead here. More than it did last inning, certainly.
But the way Katie Alexander has been seeing the ball and absolutely driving it today, you could make an argument to let her try and bring that run home herself.
Yeah, that's definitely true. She has squared up the ball twice today with that line drive double into left center and another solid base hit, almost the same spot for a single last at-bat. She does have the 2 RBIs on the day. If she can just get one into the outfield here, it looks like it should be enough to score for Canfield from third base. The wind has died down, so she doesn't look like she'll have any help if she hits one out there, though.
As the Hopefully, the umpire comes in to break up the meeting in the circle that Evansville was having, seeing how they're going to deal with the potential double steal effect. This is where the chess match between coaches goes on here.
Yeah.
Now it's up to the players to execute.
Yeah, you practice this all the time. You practice your first and third plays, and looks like we have some defensive switches as well.
Looks like Shelton will be coming out of left field. Moving into that spot will be number 3 for Evansville Purple Aces. We'll get a name on that as soon as we can.
Kristen Kopeck.
Kristen Kopeck will be taking. Will be taking left field. Interesting to see a defensive replacement come in at this point in time.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd situation in the outfield as well. You normally expect, at least the first and third, if you're trying to set up a play, maybe substitute someone on the infield.
Katie Alexander now at the dish. First pitch she sees hits fouled on the first base line. The infield, interesting, the middle of the infield playing a few steps in front of the baseline, along with the corners playing a little bit in front, trying to keep that 10th run and the 8th run difference at third.
Yeah, like you said, you'd assume the Purple Aces are coming home with any ground ball hit on the infield here. Try to prevent the Wolverines from widening that lead anymore.
The 0-1 to Alexander misses outside, even the count 1-1. Now would be as good a time as any to see if Nikki Wald can coax a throw down to second and then get Canfield in. Now 1-1. Swing and a miss from Katie Alexander.
And Wald doesn't look to be taking an overly aggressive lead, so it doesn't look like the Wolverines are have any sort of double steal play on unless they're baiting the Purple Aces into something here.
They may be just letting Katie Alexander try and bring this run in on her own. Now the 1-2 misses outside, 2-2, and I think they're going to allow her, especially how well she's seen the ball, put it in play today.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about Krister seeing the ball really well today. The other main cog in the Wolverines' attack is Katie Alexander ripping the ball.
The 2-2 popped up to the second baseman, Luckett, and she will camp under it for the easy second out of the inning. 2 outs now with runners on first and third for Courtney Richardson.
Yeah, it would be a real downer here if the Wolverines let this opportunity to slip away with the runner on third and only 1 out. If they can't push across that run, I imagine the Wolverines will not be too happy about that.
First pitch to Richardson from Fleming misses low and away, 1-0. Richardson 0 for 0 on the day. She has that sacrifice fly to right field and then a walk in the third inning. Looking to pick up an RBI here. And the 1-0 misses, not sure where, but misses nonetheless, 2-0.
Yeah, Courtney Richardson was on third last inning when Abby Ramirez was caught stealing to end the inning here. It would be a little bit of a poetic justice here if she's able to drive in that run, not strand her teammate out there as she was last inning.
The 2-0 looks like a drop ball comes in right down the middle of the plate. 2-1 now the count with 2 outs.
And Nikki Wald took second on the play. Looked like she was hesitating, trying to bait the Purple Aces into a throw down there. And Purple Aces didn't bite as Wald just is now standing on second.
And a hard hit ball down the left field line there. Foul. 2-2 the count now for Courtney Richardson as she has to get defensive.
Yeah, now with 2 strikes on her here, she's got to focus on putting the ball in play and trying to find a hole here.
And Nikki Wald took off and took second base on the pitch before. So now there'll be runners on first and second. And the 2-2 misses high, 3-2. Biggest pitch of the day here for either side.
Yeah, no doubt.
A single would certainly almost score 2, given the speed of Nikki Wald at second. And the payoff pitch hits her. That'll move. That will move her. Bases loaded for Lindsay Montemorano.
I don't think that actually hit her. I think that bounced. You have a little bit of an awkward angle here. It looked like it bounced way in front of the plate there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it bounced and then hit her or just hit her. It was certainly an interesting play.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, bases are loaded for Lindsay Montemorano, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch she sees is high. She has a single in the first inning to slightly right of center field, and then a fly out in the third inning that was also slightly right of center field.
Yeah, hit it almost the same spot both times. See if she does that again.
The 1-0 misses high, 2-0.
And she does have room out there. They still haven't quite adjusted. Second baseman still playing a fair amount off the base. The center fielder playing straight up.
Left field playing relatively deep. There is room there between the third baseman and the left fielder. And the 2-0 misses way high this time, 3-0. And Fleming is now in danger of a bases-loaded walk to put across the 8th run. It would be an unconventional way for the Wolverines to get the 8th run in a run rule mercy situation, but it would be the run nonetheless.
Yeah, it's certainly been done before. You've seen walk-off walks happen before in a way. This wouldn't quite be a walk-off, but it would definitely be an interesting way. It's a little bit anticlimactic, if put it that way, if that is how the Wolverines are able to extend their lead to 8.
The 3-0 misses high. That'll bring a run in, and Michigan is now up 10-2 and has extended their lead to 8. See if they can get across a few more insurance runs, as they will have an opportunity for a run rule victory in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, the way Megan Betts is pitching, not too worried about attacking on insurance runs, but they definitely cannot hurt at this point to take a little pressure off Megan Betts and let her just go out there and pitch free and easy.
Natalie Peters is now up to the plate with bases loaded. She's 2 for 3 on the day. First pitch she sees as a strike, 0-1. Corners are playing in for Evansville along with the middle infield. Next pitch to Peters misses high, 1-1.
Yeah, we saw last time there was a force-out play at third base. Peters did try to hook the ball over to the right side. It'd be interesting to see what kind of approach she uses here with 2 outs and force plays all around the bases.
And that one skips into home, 2-1. Nice job there by Nikki Wald on third. Took a pretty aggressive lead in case that ball scooted behind Fleming.
Yeah, we got to give some credit here to Bailey Bostic. She's made some really nice-looking blocks on some balls in the dirt today. That was another one right there.
2-1 misses high, 3-1.
If Fleming looks like she's not quite hitting her spots very well right now, missing by a wide margin, it seems.
And the 3-1 misses high, walks in another run. Michigan now up 11-2 as Nikki Wald will stroll across home plate. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Abby Ramirez. It's like the work of Amanda Vargas coming in.
Yeah, it looks like the Wolverines trying to maybe get a little power in there, try to hit one into the gap and tack on a few more runs all at once rather than opt for a slap hit.
A good time for the Michigan bench to get some work here, as Michigan is up by 9. 2 outs, bases loaded. Good situational hitting here, or a situational hitting opportunity for Amanda Vargas, who has been called on in certain spots to get big pinch hits.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have another pitching change here for the Purple Aces to face Vargas.
It's like Downing, the starter, will be making a relief appearance. She has appeared in 9 games, has started 3 is 0-3 in those starts, has a 5.94 ERA.
Yeah, Downing, just a redshirt sophomore out of Troy, Texas. Making only her 10th appearance.
She has given up 6 walks and only recorded 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, very similar, it looks like, to Emily Lockhart, who started the game.
Has surrendered 3 home runs, though, and batters against her are hitting on average for 333. So this would be a nice opportunity for Amanda Vargas to pick up a pinch hit RBI.
And not only those 3 home runs, but she's also given up 5 doubles in under 18 innings of work here. If our double here from Vargas will more than get the job done. You don't even need a big fly.
Vargas batting .348 on the season. In 23 at-bats. Really just an embarrassment of riches for Coach Hutch to be able to roll out Amanda Vargas as a pinch hitter, who would certainly start on almost 95% of the teams in the country.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you're able to pick your spots with a great hitter like Vargas, it only makes you that much better and that much more effective.
And the first 2 pitches she sees are split, 1-1 now the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Richardson, Montemurano, Peters, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Then at home, Amanda Vargas with the bat. Pops one up to right field, drifting back is Parr. Gets caught up in the wind a little bit, plays around with it, but records the 3rd and final out of this 4th inning, but not before the Wolverines can scratch across the few and put themselves up 9-11-2 here in the first game of the John Crop Classic. Dalton Pataki, Austin Falco, Kevin Klein, bringing you this WCBN Sports broadcast of Michigan softball.
Yeah, Vargas looked like that one hung up just a little bit too much there. The wind kind of blowing in a little bit now. It might have had a bit of a factor on that, but it didn't look like it would have had the distance either way. Nonetheless, as you mentioned, Dalton, Wolverines up 9, looking to end this one early and take a nice break before coming back tomorrow to play a doubleheader.
Betza back in the circle for the Wolverines, looking to go 1-2-3 here and record the run rule victory, as they will be facing the 8-9-1 hitters. A quick score update from the basketball world for all the Michigan fans who have chosen to tune in with us. With 8 minutes to go, Michigan Wolverines lead the Minnesota Golden Gophers by the tune of 64-59. Be sure to tune into that after our broadcast of Michigan softball here. Land had a ground out to the first baseman in the 2nd inning, her only at bat today. She's only getting her 2nd at bat here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Land, the first batter to put a ball in play, recording out in play today after the double and home run. So far has avoided the Betza strikeout machine today. We'll see if she's able to do that once again.
And Blanco will resume defensively at first base Ramirez will resume at shortstop as she was pinch hit for by Amanda Vargas.
Blanco also remaining at first base.
Also remaining at first base. No defensive changes for the Wolverines. Well, it's potentially last call time for the Evansville Purple Aces as they find themselves down 9 in the top of the 5th. And the first pitch from Megan Betza this inning. Inside for a strike. 0-1 now, Courtney Land.
Yeah, I'd imagine Betza's going to come out here and just attack these hitters. She has a run to work with if she needs it before reaching that run rule limit. She's probably coming out here, throwing strikes, just as she came out at the beginning of the game and pitched so effectively against these Purple Ace team.
The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2 as Courtney Land didn't look very comfortable swinging there. The back foot kicking out, hands just kind of hesitantly going through the zone. Megan Betza has Courtney Land absolutely flustered out there.
It looks like she pulled the string on her a bit there and threw an off-speed pitch, had her way off balance.
Now the 0-2. Curveball misses. 1-2. That's about as close as it gets before a backwards K shows up on the score sheet.
Yeah, that one did not miss by much.
Now the 1-2 to Courtney Land. Double-digit strikeouts for Megan Betts on a swing and a miss there from Courtney Land.
Betts just rearing back and once again firing it past another one of these Purple Ace hitters. Land was able to avoid the strikeout machine back in the second, but not able to do so here in the fifth as Betts just keeps chugging along.
And Kristen Kopke, the defensive replacement we saw in the bottom half of the fourth inning, is now making her first plate appearance, batting $167 on the year. Not an enviable position she's in right now.
Definitely not. She's the one tasked with starting the rally here and trying to squeeze across a couple of runs against Megan Betza, who we've mentioned so many times today, has just been locked on aside from a couple batters.
First pitch to Kopke was a ball low in the dirt. Second one on its way now. That's a windup. Delivers. Hit to the second baseman over the head of Faith Canfield, and that will be a single as Kopke comes in and does her job. Nice piece of hitting there by Kristen Kopke.
Yeah, really nice piece of hitting. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate, put a nice line drive shot in the right field, and it was a tough task, but like you said, able to come through. Really nice piece of hitting there by Kristen Kopke.
She has no stolen base attempts on the season. Probably won't see one now, as that run at first doesn't mean a whole lot. And a swing and a miss out of Luckett, who is 0 for 2 on the day as the leadoff hitter, her average jumping down to 256.
Yeah, that run at first might not mean a lot, but that run at home plate is very, very big at this point.
Luckett now down 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Another flustered swing from another Purple Aces batter.
Second time this inning, we've seen Betza go with the fastball and then drop an off-speed pitch on these Purple Ace hitters and have them so off balance they're almost sliding out of the batter's box as they're swinging.
One out here, runner on first. Michigan looking to get a run rule victory in their first game of the John Crop Classic. Next pitch misses outside. Count 1-2. Good pitch there for Betza to waste.
Yeah, definitely a position where you have pitches to waste. Don't move one in there. Try to get the Luckett to try to chase one here, chase your pitch. Don't come into the zone and give her something that could potentially start a little bit of a rally here.
The 1-2. Fouled straight back and towards us, just a couple booths over.
Looks like the cameraman in that booth wasn't very aware there, but unfazed as the softball bounced off the glass in front of him.
An absolute professional. 1-2 still the count, though, as Luckett doesn't get any relief from that foul ball. Swing and a miss, 11 strikeouts on the day from Megan Betts on an outside pitch. It didn't even look like Luckett wanted to swing at that one.
No, definitely not. It looked like she was a little hesitant. After she started that swing, she realized probably shouldn't be swinging at that pitch that was tailing away from her. It didn't matter, went around. That's strike 3.
And now last call, Morgan Flory up to the plate for the Purple Aces, and the first pitch to her off speed, way ahead of it, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Another off-balance hitter that Megan Betts has caused here this inning. It almost looks like she's getting better as the game goes along. Ever since giving up that home run, she's allowed 2 base runners, 1 on a walk, 1 on a hit by pitch. Other than that, retired almost everyone she's faced.
Next pitch, just a bit outside, 1-1, not missing by much.
And you still have to be careful here with Morgan Flory. She does have a couple bombs on the year. If she can get a hold of one here, all of a sudden, Wolverines are coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th.
The 1-1. Misses inside, 2-1.
And so far, Flory has shown patience, walked on 4 pitches her last at bat, has worked the count to 2-1 here.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 with 2 outs, and the Purple Aces are down to their last strike here.
Yeah, Flory just does not seem to have any sort of timing on that off-speed pitch. Betsa brought it again. We'll see if she goes for the 3rd time to try to end this one.
The 2-2. 2 outs, runner on first. Ball game, swing and a miss. 12 strikeouts on the day for Megan Betsa as Michigan run rules Evansville Purple Aces by the tune of 11-2. They do it on 9 hits. No errors. Evansville 2 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors.
Yeah.
Austin, who's your player of the game?
Player of the game today, I'm going to go with Katie Alexander. She just looked locked in at the plate, responsible for 3 runs on that early double, scored 2 runs herself. Really the main cog in this Wolverines attack, at least on offense. If you want to go a little bit of a more obvious route here, Megan Betsa was obviously spectacular today. Just strikeout after strikeout. Had these Purple Ace hitters off balance. There's no better example than that in the last inning where she was catching Land, Luckett, and Flory off balance on her off-speed hitters. They stood no chance. Betsa mowed them down and got Michigan out of here with a comfortable run rule victory.
And once again, Michigan wins 11-2. Join us tomorrow at noon as Michigan takes on Kent State Golden Flashes. That game will be provided only here on WCBN, the Sports Student Radio Network. So with that, I will leave you with a good night and a go Blue.